One of the first foundational principles to playing the baritone is making sure that you have good playing posture. So you want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. Pick a good chair to sit in that doesn't have arms, because we want both of our arms to be free when we're playing the baritone. So when we start off, we're going to put the baritone on our upper right or left thigh, depending on if you are a righty or a lefty. I'm a righty, so I have the baritone resting on my upper right thigh, and I have the body of the instrument braced up against my torso. The angle that I use when I have the instrument here is about a 45-degree angle, so I want the headstock roughly about the level of my shoulder when I'm playing. So this puts me in a good position here. So now with my arms, this is how I'm going to brace the instrument. So with my right arm or my strumming arm, I'm going to place my hand across the body of the instrument, right down to the corner here. And with that, I'm going to make a brace with my forearm so I can hold the instrument up against my body. So we don't want the arm off here so that the uke can fall forward. You want to keep this nice and straight. So having your arm here is what's going to put you in good playing position to start. So you should be able to just hold the instrument with your one hand here. Now with my fretting hand, I'm going to make sure that I can get underneath the neck here and that my arm is free swinging. I don't want to rest my arm forward, and I don't want to have it collapsed in here against my side. I want to make sure that my arm is free swinging here so that I can have access to the whole neck and moving my hand. So those are the first two components here to the playing posture. Now with my strumming hand, I want to make sure that I can lift my hand off, but when I do that, I want my arms still braced up against the instrument. So this is the playing position that you'll want to be in. Try to make sure that you still have your eyesight ability to see the neck here and the fretboard, so everything is in nice position to get started with playing. The next aspect we need to discuss before we start playing is the anatomy of the baritone, so that we can use the same vocabulary as we're communicating here in our baritone course. So I'm going to start from the bottom of the baritone and work my way up to the top. So first we have this whole region here, which is referred to as the body of the baritone. So this is where all the sound bounces around and gets captured when we actually strum the string. And down here at the bottom, we have what is called the saddle. And on top of the saddle, we have the bridge. So this little white piece here is actually called the saddle. This whole region is called the bridge. So the strings actually rest on top of the saddle as they work their way up the baritone. Now we move up here to the sound hole. And this is pretty self-explanatory. This is where the sound actually projects out of the instrument. Typically, your baritone will have a sound hole here, but occasionally on some instruments, you might find a little teardrop sound hole here, or it might not have a sound hole at all. But typically, this is where you find the sound hole. And we move up here to the neck. So the neck is actually this entire region here. So on top of the neck is actually the important component here, and that is the fretboard. So this area here where you see these horizontal and vertical lines crossing is actually called the fretboard. The frets themselves are these little metal bars that go across the fretboard. So when we look at the fretboard, we actually number all of these frets. So I'll do this as we'd be holding it, but we start here with fret 1 and fret 2. So the fret region is actually behind the fret going towards this, which is called the nut. So the frets all have numbers, and on top of your baritone, you'll probably notice that you see some dots. And those are just little markers for you to tell you where the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, and the 12th fret are, so that as you're playing, you have a visual landscape here of the uke. So moving right along here, we're going to go up to the headstock. The headstock is this region here, and more importantly, the top of the headstock has what are called the tuning heads or tuning pegs. This is where the strings attach to. down here from the bridge, and that's how you keep the string tension, and that's where you'll tune and do all of that good stuff. So those are the main components here to the baritone. It's a good idea to start familiarizing yourself with all of this terminology so that you know as we're going through the videos what I'm referring to in different parts of the baritone. This concludes lesson 1, and before we go I have a little assignment for you, and I'll give you an assignment after each lesson of the course. The first one is just this. Get yourself in good playing position. You can sit in front of a mirror to make sure that you have everything in good playing position before you start. And I'd also like you to go through and start trying to name the different sections of the baritone. So that's your homework. I'll see you back here for lesson 2.